Learning organization, according to Peter Singh, refers to those organizations where people continually expand their capacity to create the results they truly desire, where new and expansive patterns of thinking are nurtured, where collective aspiration is set free, and where people are continually learning to see the whole together. That is, an organization is called as a learning organization when people come together, they pour in all their resources into the organization so that they achieve the set goals together. So it is for Peter Singh, according to him, that it needs there is an adaptive learning in a learning organization where people learn through adaptability, they learn through changing circumstances, which according to Peter Singh is a must. So that learning helps in enhancing the capacity to create further resources for. Now, according to Peter Singh, there are 5 principles of learning organization, which are systems thinking, personal mastery, mental models, building shared vision, and team learning. We will learn each of this in detail. Second principle, according to Peter Singh, is systems thinking. As you could see in this, the people should sit together, they share their thinking and should reflect upon their observation, because it is a system. The system is a process which starts with one and it ends with the other. So it is all connected between each other. So managers have to understand that every action and consequences is correlated with each other. Whatever action is taken by the management will definitely have an impact on the employees. So many times it happens that managers focus on individual actions and therefore forget about seeing the picture. So Peter Singer says the organization has to be seen as a whole picture rather than individual actions. Then he also says that when the correlation is understood, it enables us to see interrelationships and patterns of change in particular situations. So ultimately, the managers will be able to determine cause and effect. So if an organization is working as a system, rather than looking at individual actions, if the organizational actions are looked at by the managers, definitely it will contribute to a process leading to a positive effect in an organization. Then the fifth principle, according to Peter Singh, is personal mastery. That is, when each person in an institution is trained or has got different talents. So they should work together using such talents so that the best amongst them can be put for the growth of the company or the organization. So Peter Singh says that we should train our subconscious mind because it can handle more complex problems quicker than what our conscious mind can. So whatever we think within ourselves, we should bring that in forefront and try to solve complex problems in the educational institution. This is what Peter Singh says. So when we believe in our powerlessness, it will hold them back from realizing their vision. That is what he says. For this reason, we should train the subconscious mind to tackle these present problems in reality. So the gap between the vision and reality drives the employee to practice all necessary related activities to realize the next principle is mental models. According to Peter Singh, the employees must identify the values of the company and what the business is all about. They should know the values, they should respect the values of an organization. So which are the most successful companies then? They are those who can learn and adapt to new models to become faster than its competitors. So the organization which is able to bring in the modern influence on its working condition, we can definitely say they can perform better than their competitors. So the organization has to be flexible also in accepting the changes. It should not be very rigid. So a correct understanding is that it should enable the organization to visualize where to go and how to develop further. So if you see the circle itself, he says that if there is a continuous flow of these ideas in an organization, definitely the values will be respected and identified in an organization. When I say building a shared vision, according to Peter Singh, sharing the vision together for the company or the organization. So the leaders they come together through interaction with the employees, and they have their own personal vision which is shared amongst themselves in an organization. So the only way to create a shared vision is by compromising the organization's and individuals' vision. People who do not share the same vision may not contribute as much to the organization. This is very true, because when a learning organization is there, it is expected that all the people working in an organization share the same vision in order to achieve the set goals of an organization. Only when they come together, they build together their visions, they can achieve the set goals. So the effect of sharing the same vision is that employees do tasks because they want to do so instead of they are told to do so. Yes, it should come spontaneously for the employees in an organization to contribute to the organization rather than an imposition from the employers or by the organization. They should be feeling free to do contribute to the organization, and it changes the relationship with the company, and it turns its performances in a learning mechanism. Yes, if there is a shared vision, then people will work towards the institution and their performance will also be. The next principle is team learning. According to Peter Singh, it is a very important principle because any activity needs to be performed only with the help of a team. So to accomplish excellent functional team dynamics, team learning is a primary importance. No single individual can achieve the objectives on his or her own. He has to take the help of his colleagues and friends to get the work done. So in an educational institution also, we have different staff who are having good communication skills. Some of them may be good orators, some of them may be good writers, some of them may be having artistic talents. So they possess their personal mastery, but it has to be shared together for a learning organization or for an educational institution to progress. So it is crucial for the workforce to consider its colleagues as team members instead of rivals. So an institution, in any education institution, when the people are working together, maybe staff or non-teaching staff, or between the principal and the teachers, they should work as a team instead of working individually and working only for themselves or only for their professional growth. They have to work together for the growth of the organization. So it is the first step to set up dialogues wherein people dare to be vulnerable and express their real personality. So there should be a common ground where people can come together, they can express themselves, and their expressions or opinions would be accepted in a group or in an educational institution. The working environment should be safe, where honest mistakes are forgiven. We as human beings or staff in an educational institution do commit certain errors or mistakes. So it is not some crime which they have committed. They may be honest with their mistake. They should be given chance for improve upon their mistakes, to remove their mistakes and try to build in new things, so that the people will feel that they are part of an institution. Otherwise, without that, can be no learning in an educational institution. At last, we can say that the key point of understanding and applying the five disciplines is that they are all interrelated. These five principles cannot be, put in watertight compartments. They have to work together, coordinate together for the institution. Even though the focus can be set at one or two disciplines before proceeding to other, the interrelationship will enable the organization to identify complexities and opportunities both internal and external the organization. For this reason, implementation of the five disciplines of learning organization will lead to a continuous learning process. Each discipline cannot stand independently. So Peter Singer's learning organization is really a boon in the field of management, even in educational institution. Only when all these five principles work together, the person may be having common goal, he may be having exceptional talents, okay, they may be having good skills. So, but only when all these people put together whatever they have together to achieve the set goal can be can the organization grow, and thus will there be a learning organization at the end. So this is called as Peter Singer's learning organization.